The news headline. It's 8:25 p.m. PDP crisis. David Mark Saraki orders meet with Wike, ask Governor to drop Secondus case. Former Senate President David Mark led a team that met with Wike for around 3.5 hours. They presented him with a 3-point agenda, which included requesting him to persuade Rivers PDP members to drop the court challenge that resulted to Prince Uche Secondus' suspension as national chairman, as well as seeking his advice on how to move the party forward and reconciliation with Secondus. According to a reliable source, the panel members arrived at Government House at 2:30 p.m. Chief Tom Ikimi, a former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Chief Okwesile Nwodo, a former national chairman, Aliru Mohammed, Senator Iyanya Abaribe, a former Minister of Women Affairs, and Ajia Ina Siroma, a former Minister of Women Affairs, are among the delegation's members. The source said that the panel is determined to find a long-lasting solution to the crisis at hand, and the job is easier because the two gladiators are from Rivers State and from the same political family. According to the source, seek Wike's opinion on the way forward for PDP at previous peace meeting. He had demanded every national convention when the National Caucus acceded to by affirming the October 31st date. The embattled People's Democratic Party (PDP) National Chairman Prince Uche Secondus on Wednesday expressed willingness for an out-of-court resolution of the crisis that led to suspension from office. A source said Secondus opted for a truce during an interaction with 8-member peace committee chaired by former Senate President David Mark. However, the ratification of Secondus' suspension at the ward and local government levels by Rivers State PDP has dimmed his hope of regaining the topmost party office. According to the source, Secondus, who met with the committee members in his office last Friday, told them that he was forced to approach the Kebbi High Court for a counter-injunction in response to the one initiated at the Port Harcourt High Court. Other members of the MAC committee that met with Secondus were former Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki, a former PDP National Chairman Dr. Okwesile Nwodo, and former PDP Acting National Chairman Mohammed Alilu Bello. Also in the committee were Chief Tom Ikimi, a former Women Affairs Minister, Adija Ina Siroma, and Senate Minority Leader Iyinaya Abaribe. The source, who did not want to be named because he was mandated to speak on the matter, said, "I can confirm to you that the chairman met with the MAC committee in his office shortly after the National Caucus meeting last Friday. Of course, they discussed ways of having the 3 court cases withdrawn, and he told the committee members that it was not his wish to resort to legal action but for the restraining order placed on him by the court in Rivers State." The chairman made it known to the committee members that he would be ready to withdraw his own case from court without any hesitation if he is asked to do so. The chairman made it known to the committee members that he would be ready to withdraw his own case from court without any hesitation if he is asked to do so. The committee had also met with the Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike last Tuesday after the meeting with Secondus. And the news analysis is quite simple. This is the PDP party. There's crisis within the PDP where David Mark, the former Senate President Bukola Saraki, and others meet with Wike and ask Governor to drop the Secondus case. And there was trying to be there was a reconciliation committee that include these people in Port Harcourt Wednesday, where they seek answers to the party's issue, where there was a team led by this former Senate President David Mark with Wike for around 3.5 hours, and they presented a 3-point agenda during the meeting, which included requesting them to persuade the Rivers PDP members to drop their court challenge that resulted to Prince Uche Secondus' suspension as national chairman of the PDP, and as well seeking his advice on how to move the party forward and a reconciliation with Secondus. And there was a source that when the panel actually arrived at the government house at about 2:30 p.m., where Chief Tom Ikimi, who happens to be the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, and the former chairman Aliru Mohammed, Senator Abaribe, and some other people, they determined that they were going to find a lasting solution to the crisis at hand, so that the PDP crisis will not cause issue for them in subsequent forthcoming election. And this has quite been going on. Hopefully that Secondus himself is ready to make peace with his party member. Although there was an expression of willingness for an out-of-court resolution, that they would actually take the matter out of the court and try to settle this amicably amongst them. And they opted out for a truce during an interaction within the 8-member peace committee chaired by former Senate President David Mark. Also, they have deemed it fit that they were hoping to regain the topmost party in Nigeria, perhaps because the APC is actually the ruling party now, and they seem that if this is actually going on within the PDP as a crisis between the stakeholders, then it might actually affect them in the forthcoming election if care is not taken. And this has actually said that the panel may still reach out to some PDP elders like ex-Governor Peter Odili, who both Wike and Secondus still defer to, and with their stronghold in PDP in Rivers State, no member can go to court against Secondus without the knowledge of Wike and some other struck members. And the panel may meet with Secondus in Abuja between now and Friday, whereby they would finally try to resolve this issue. And there was actually at the previous peace meeting that they made, they demanded that every national convention, which the National Caucus has seeded, by affirming that October 31st might actually be the date that they will be having their national convention. Chief Tom Ikimi, a former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Chief Okwesile Umudu, a former national chairman, Aliru Mohammed, and Senator Nyema Abaribe, who happens to be a former Minister of Women Affairs, and Ajia Inasiroma, and among other delegations, have actually come to a conclusion that this is what they are going to do, and they are going to find the lasting solutions to this suspension of Secondus and resolve it amicably. Thanks for listening. Good evening.